That was beautiful. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Catherine's little brother, Barrett.
Sir James, can you?
So, I had only met a few of Catherine's boyfriends before Adam. The first one was actually alright. He was a pretty chill guy, and we actually got along pretty well. But for whatever reason, they broke up, and I didn't really care either way. It didn't really matter to me. The second one, she had started dating, or they had a few dates. I'm not going to say dating. They had a few dates while I was gone away at camp for about 6 weeks. And when I came back, my dad had to break the news to me. Catherine was dating a guy from Alabama that was pretty much three times my age. He was pretty much old enough to be my dad. Not to mention, he had a really thick Alabama accent. Don't get me wrong though, he was a pretty nice guy, but I was just a little put off by the age difference. Thankfully, my worries were relieved, and they didn't last too long after that. And then came lucky number 3, Mayor Adam West. Now, when I first heard about Adam, I really only knew one thing about him, and it did not sit well with me at all. He was a Kappa Sig, bro. I think most of us know the stereotype. The long, flowy hair with the shades and the backwards hat, usually with a dip in or a cigarette, and walking around the bars in Tigerland like they own the place. So I definitely was not pleased to hear that. But I didn't give up on him yet, and decided to check out his Facebook page in hopes of proving myself wrong. Oh no. This guy fits the stereotype more than anyone I have ever seen. He is the most Kappa Sig out of any Kappa Sig to ever walk foot on LSU's campus. I was thinking to myself, major downgrade from the Alabama boy. Can't you please go back to dating that old guy? Thankfully, as we all know, Adam is not quite as big of a tool as his Facebook page let on. And I was soon able to learn that. So anyone who knows me and Catherine's relationship knows that we've tended to butt heads a bit in the past. If you ask her, she'd probably say that I've always tried my hardest to annoy her. But if you ask me, I say that she just gets way too easily annoyed. I think that both are kind of a little true in part, because I have been able to find joy in my life by figuring out different ways of annoying her. It's kind of like a little game I like to play. Whether it be talking in a certain stupid way, making little annoying beeping noises, doing the classic tap on the shoulder and act like it wasn't me, tickling her ear, texting her while I'm in the same room as her, constantly trying to scare her with boogity boogity boo. As Amelia stated, she does get very easily scared. Or my all-time favorite incident, the time where I kicked a chewed up dog toy from across the room and landed it in her freshly made bowl of pasta. It was actually pretty impressive. I've never known if I would ever be able to give up these hijinks and end my little annoyance game. However, I had an epiphany on our family vacation to Colorado Springs 2 years ago. The whole trip, Adam, Stewart, and I were attempting to mimic the accent of one of the foreign guys who worked at the hotel pool. We thought it was pretty funny, and as you can guess, Catherine was getting very aggravated with us. The more aggravated she got, the more we enjoyed doing it. That's when I realized it. Adam enjoys annoying Catherine almost as much, if not as much, as we do. So now that they're basically stuck together for life, I think it's safe to say that I'm hereby able to retire from my duties of annoying Catherine. Adam, I know that you have what it takes to carry on the legacy. But seriously, I love my sister to death, and I can't think of any guy I'd rather her marry more than Adam. Adam, if our time in Lake Tahoe is any indication of what it's going to be like having you as a brother-in-law, I'm very much looking forward to it. I'm so excited for tomorrow to see these two lovebirds get hitched, and I wouldn't rather spend 420 any other way. Cheers to Catherine and Adam. I love you.